Biblical monsters exist, recorded in ancient texts, terrifying human imagination for centuries with their immense size, power, and mystical qualities. Creatures like the Leviathan, Behemoth, and four beasts of Daniel have captured minds, instilling awe and fear. Within the Bible, these colossal beings defy the known world as formidable forces of nature. The Leviathan, a serpentine monster of the deep, is vividly described with impenetrable scales, breath-kindling coals, and thrashing that churns waves. The Behemoth, a towering land beast, has a tail like a cedar and bones of iron bars. The four beasts of Daniel, each representing a powerful kingdom, are portrayed in striking detail. The lion with eagle's wings symbolizes mighty Babylon. The lopsided bear depicts the Medo-Persian Empire's voracious appetite. The four-headed, four-winged leopard depicts Greece's swiftness and cunning. Finally, the terrifying fourth beast with iron teeth and 10 horns represents unrelenting Roman might. These biblical monsters symbolized power, strength, and forces shaping the ancient world. But what was it truly like to encounter such immense, fearsome beings shrouded in mysticism? This video explores their origins, significance, and impact on those who glimpse them. In the primordial depths of the ancient seas, a terrifying creature lurks, the Leviathan. This monstrous behemoth, spoken of in hushed tones throughout the Bible, has baffled scholars and ignited the imaginations of believers for millennia. Its true form remains shrouded in mystery, but the descriptions found in sacred texts are enough to chill the blood. From the book of Job, we learn of the Leviathan's impenetrable armor and fearsome jaws, ringed with teeth that could shred the mightiest ships asunder. The psalmist depicts a multi-headed sea serpent, crushed by God's hand and offered as grisly sustenance to the Israelites wandering the wilderness. In Isaiah's vision, the Leviathan is the embodiment of Israel's enemies, a gliding, coiling monster that will be slain by the Lord's fierce sword. Across these verses, one thing is clear. The Leviathan was a creature of unfathomable power and dread, a primordial force of chaos that could only be subdued by the Almighty. Its massive size and seeming ability to breathe fire from its maw defy conventional understanding, leading some to speculate that it was a surviving remnant of the prehistoric era, a colossal reptile or even a subspecies of dinosaur. Yet, the Leviathan's true nature remains a haunting enigma. Was it a literal monster that once stalked the ancient seas, or a metaphorical embodiment of the unknown terrors that lurked beneath the waves? Some scholars propose it was a hyperbolic representation of a crocodile or whale, while others liken it to the sea itself, a chaotic force that threatened the very existence of God's chosen people. Regardless of its true form, the Leviathan's legacy endures, echoing through the ages as a symbol of untamed power and primordial dread. In the book of Revelation, a parallel is drawn between this ancient beast and the monstrous sea creature that rises from the depths, bearing 7 heads and 10 horns, a harbinger of chaos and oppression that will ultimately be vanquished by the divine. As the prophecy foretells, the Leviathan will be cast into the lake of fire, its reign of terror finally extinguished. But until that day, the mere mention of its name evokes a primal fear, a reminder of the unfathomable horrors that may yet lurk in the darkest depths of creation. So tread carefully, for the Leviathan's legacy endures. Its thunderous roar echoes through the ages, a chilling reminder that even in the modern world, ancient horrors may yet dwell in the unknown corners of our world, waiting to be awakened from their slumber. A nightmare made flesh, risen from the abyssal depths to haunt the dreams of the faithful once more. Deep within the ancient book of Job, a creature is described that has captivated the imagination of generations. A colossal, awe-inspiring beast known as the Behemoth. Its vivid portrayal within the sacred text has sparked endless speculation and debate, shrouding this mysterious being in a veil of mystique that only deepens with time. For those who have encountered its description, the behemoth has become an enduring enigma, a puzzle that challenges our perception of reality and invites us to embrace the possibilities that lie beyond the veil of the known. The behemoth is portrayed as a truly formidable force of nature, a plant-eating Leviathan ranking first among God's creations on land. Its description is one of epic proportions, speaking of a muscular frame with bones as strong as brass and iron, and a presence so imposing that it seems to defy the laws of the natural world. But it is the behemoth's tail that truly defies comprehension, swaying with the majesty of a mighty cedar. An appendage so massive that it seems to belong to a creature from another age entirely. For centuries, scholars have grappled with the enigma of the behemoth, proposing various theories as to its true identity. Some have suggested it was a mere hippopotamus or elephant, yet the physical characteristics of these creatures fail to align with the awe-inspiring depiction found within the sacred text. Their tails, stubby and disproportionate, pale in comparison to the grandiose description of the behemoth's appendage, which is likened to the majestic cedar, a symbol of strength and endurance. Others, more daring in their speculation, have dared to whisper that the behemoth was a surviving remnant of the prehistoric era, a dinosaur that roamed the earth alongside humans in a time when the boundaries between myth and reality blurred. This theory, though audacious, finds fertile ground in the vivid descriptions of the creature's sheer size and might, casting doubt on the notion that it could have been a mere beast of the modern age. Imagine, if you will, a world where towering behemoths cast their shadows upon the land, their thunderous footsteps shaking the very ground beneath you. These were creatures of such immense proportions that even the mightiest of modern-day elephants would seem insignificant in their presence. Their tails, thick and sturdy as ancient cedar trees, would sweep through the air with every lumbering stride, a testament to their sheer size and power. The very earth would tremble beneath their weight, and the air would be rent by their bellowing calls, echoing through the ages like the thunderous remnants of a primordial world. Yet, the enigma deepens, as the behemoth is described as dwelling near the water's edge, undisturbed by raging rivers that would swallow lesser beings whole. It was a true ruler of its domain, fearless and untamable, even in the face of nature's fury. One can envision this titanic creature, unperturbed by the rushing currents, its massive form casting a formidable silhouette against the raging waters. The very ground beneath its feet would quake with each lumbering step, and the trees that lined the riverbanks would sway in the wake of its passage, as if in reverence to this ancient sovereign. But why, one might wonder, would God create such a formidable and seemingly terrifying beast? The answer lies within the broader context of the Book of Job, where the Almighty reminds Job of his own insignificance in the face of creation's majesty. The behemoth, like the fearsome Leviathan of the deep, served as a reminder of the limitless power and wisdom of the Creator, humbling even the most resolute of men. In the presence of such creatures, the hubris of humanity would wither, and the fleeting nature of our existence would become all too apparent. As we delve deeper into this ancient mystery, we uncover a tantalizing possibility. The behemoth may have been one of the last surviving remnants of a bygone era, a living witness to the grandeur of prehistoric life. Could it have been a mighty sauropod, a lumbering giant with a tail that rivaled the cedars of Lebanon in sheer magnitude? Or perhaps a towering theropod, its imposing stature and formidable presence striking fear into the hearts of men, its tail a weapon unto itself, capable of felling even the mightiest of trees with a single thunderous sweep. The descriptions of the behemoth's habitat and behaviors seem to align with the fossils that have been unearthed. painting a vivid picture of a world where humans walked alongside these titanic creatures, a world where the line between myth and reality blurred, where the echoes of thunderous footsteps still reverberated through the ages, and where the very ground trembled beneath the weight of these ancient giants. Imagine standing in the shadow of such a beast, its massive form blotting out the sun itself as it moves with a grace and power that defies its immense size. Picture the awe and terror that would grip your soul as you bear witness to a living remnant of a primordial world, a creature that should have been lost to the sands of time, yet still walks the earth, defying the boundaries of what we believe to be possible. The mere sight of its colossal frame would be enough to instill a primal sense of fear, an instinctive recognition that you are in the presence of a being far more ancient and powerful than anything the modern world can offer. As this titanic creature lumbers past, the very air would seem to grow thick with a sense of awe and reverence, for you would be beholding a living embodiment of the majesty of creation. In that moment, all sense of human grandeur would evaporate, replaced by a profound humility in the face of nature's raw, uncompromising power. You would be but a fleeting speck in the cosmic tapestry, a mere observer bearing witness to the enduring legacy of a world long since lost to the ravages of time. As we ponder the mysteries of the Behemoth, we are reminded of the vastness of creation and the limitless wonders that lie beyond our understanding. Whether a mere metaphor or a living testament to the primordial past, the Behemoth stands as a testament to the enduring power of the ancient texts, igniting our imagination and beckoning us to explore the boundaries of the unknown. Even as science continues to unlock the secrets of the past, the Behemoth endures as a symbol of the mysteries that still lie beyond our grasp. For in its description, we are confronted with a being that defies our expectations and shatters the boundaries of what we thought possible. It is a testament to the limitless potential of the natural world, a reminder that no matter how far we advance, there will always be wonders that elude our comprehension, beckoning us to continue our pursuit of knowledge and understanding. In the first year of the reign of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, the prophet Daniel was granted a vivid and unsettling dream, a vision that unveiled the future destinies of world empires. As he lay upon his bed, scenes of profound significance played out in his mind's eye. Recognizing the gravity of these visions, Daniel carefully recorded every detail. The dream began with an ominous image, the four winds of heaven stirring up the great sea into a turbulent frenzy. These were no ordinary winds, but powerful forces representing the strife, conflict, and upheaval that would sweep across the world's multitudes. As the waters of humanity churned violently, four immense beasts emerged from the depths, each grotesque and unique in appearance. Though Daniel could scarcely comprehend their symbolic meaning in that moment, he knew these were no ordinary creatures. The first beast appeared as a mighty lion, yet adorned with the wings of an eagle. At the outset, Daniel witnessed the wings being violently torn from the beast's body. The winged lion then rose up on 2 feet like a man, seemingly imbued with human consciousness. This striking metaphor represented the once powerful kingdom of Babylon under Nebuchadnezzar's rule. Just as the winged lion stood upright, so too did Nebuchadnezzar rise from his beastly, prideful state after being humbled by the Most High God. His sanity was restored, and he gained insight into the true nature of the omnipotent Creator. Next, Daniel beheld a bear-like beast, raised up menacingly on one side. Clenched in its gaping maw were 3 ribs torn from its prey. A chilling voice commanded the brute, "Arise, devour much meat." This second beast symbolized the Medo-Persian Empire that conquered the Neo-Babylonian realm in 539 BC. The lopsided posture portrayed how the Persian faction grew to dominate its Median allies. The three ribs represented the three major powers, Babylon, Lydia, and Egypt, whose lands were devoured by the ravenous Medo-Persian war machine as it established its empire. After the bear, a third beast, unlike any natural creature, appeared to Daniel, a leopard adorned with 4 wings like those of a bird. This winged leopard had 4 heads, and authority was bestowed upon it to rule. In this vivid symbolism, the lightning-swift Grecian Empire under Alexander the Great was foreshadowed. Just as a leopard is a ferocious and agile hunter, so did Alexander's forces conquer lands with incredible speed and finesse. And just as the leopard had 4 heads, so too did Alexander's empire split into 4 kingdoms after his death under the control of 4 different generals. However, the most terrifying of the 4 beasts remained, an indescribable horror with iron teeth and bronze claws. This 4th beast emerged as the most powerful, crushing and devouring its prey, trampling anything that remained underfoot. The grotesque description mirrored the brutal might of the Roman Empire, the 4th kingdom that devoured the entire civilized world in Daniel's time. 10 horns protruded from its body, foreshadowing the 10 kingdoms that would eventually emerge from Rome's disintegration. Yet even more sinister was a little horn that sprouted up later, dislodging 3 of the original horns. This peculiar horn bore eyes like a man and a mouth, speaking monstrous blasphemies against the Most High God. The presence of human traits hinted at the horn representing an individual ruler who would rise to power in terrifying arrogance. As the little horn's boastful words filled the air, Daniel's vision shifted to the heavens, where thrones were arranged for judgment. The Ancient of Days, the everlasting Lord, took his seat, his appearance radiant like light, his clothing as white as pure wool. The court was convened, and books were opened as the words of the little horn's blasphemy were examined. Daniel watched as the horrific 4th beast was slain and consigned to the burning flames for its wicked rule. Then an astonishing sight. One like a son of man arrived on the clouds of heaven and approached the Ancient of Days to be led into his presence. Dominion, glory, and an everlasting kingdom were bestowed upon this Son of Man, whom every people and nation would serve forevermore. Daniel was left deeply disturbed by these bizarre visions. The symbols weighed heavily upon his mind until he approached a heavenly messenger standing among the divine court. "What is the meaning of all this?" he inquired. The messenger obliged to interpret the visions. "The 4 beasts you saw represent 4 kingdoms that will arise on the earth. The 4th beast is a 4th kingdom, different from all the others. It will devour the whole earth, crushing and trampling it underfoot. As for the 10 horns, out of this kingdom 10 kings will arise. After them, another king will rise to power, different from the previous ones. He will defy the Most High and oppress his people, attempting to overrule sacred times and laws. The saints will be given into his power for a time, times and half a time, but then the court will convene, and this king's dominion will be taken away and completely destroyed forever. Then the everlasting kingdom will be given to the people of the Most High to rule forever and ever." Though the meaning had been clarified, Daniel remained deeply troubled. His thoughts alarmed him as he contemplated the future of the world and the rise of this boastful, defiant king. Seldom had a vision weighed so heavy upon his heart. The little horn represented a figure long foretold in biblical prophecy, the Antichrist, the man of sin, the beast. Though many proud kings had oppressed God's people throughout history, this coming tyrant would be unparalleled in his megalomania, blaspheming the Most High to his face. His kingdom would arise from the ashes of the ancient Roman Empire, comprised initially of 10 rulers who would cede their authority to his control. Subterfuge and betrayal would mark his ascent, as 3 of those rulers were deposed to clear his path to power. The Antichrist would leverage his charisma and supernatural abilities to manipulate the nations. Speaking flattering yet arrogant words, he would cast aside the boundaries of false religions to demand universal worship of himself as God incarnate. Even sacred times and laws ordained by the Almighty would be altered according to his whims and delusions. His reign would quickly turn oppressive towards those who refused to accept his deity. Daniel's vision revealed the Antichrist waging spiritual war against the saints of God for 3.5 years, wearing them down through persecution. Those who defied his rule would face economic devastation, unable to buy or sell without bearing his mark. Yet this time of tribulation for the faithful would only last temporarily. At the appointed time, the Ancient of Days himself would intervene, stripping the Antichrist of all power and glory. The court's judgment would condemn him to utter destruction and the all-consuming flames. With the Antichrist's kingdom utterly abolished, Daniel saw the inauguration of an everlasting kingdom under the Son of Man, the Messiah, the Anointed One. Having been given dominion by God over the earth, he ushers in an eternal reign of righteousness and peace. Under the Son of Man, God's faithful saints from every tribe, tongue, and nation will be exalted and empowered to rule with him forever. The persecuted will receive their vindication. The downtrodden will inherit the kingdoms of this world, transformed into the eternal kingdom of God. All oppressive kingdoms and rulers will finally be vanquished, even death itself abolished through the Son's decisive victory. Though the road ahead seemed clouded by turmoil, bloodshed, and injustice, Daniel's vision revealed the Lord's sovereign purpose throughout history. The Most High alone holds the authority to establish the true kingdom that will never be shaken, an everlasting dominion where his will is achieved forever. As we close the chapter on our exploration of ancient biblical creatures, the awe-inspiring Behemoth, the mysterious Leviathan, and the enigmatic beasts of Daniel, we are left with a sense of wonder and intrigue. These creatures, shrouded in the mists of time, hold within them untold secrets of the Scriptures, waiting to be unveiled. But our journey doesn't end here, my friends. It's merely a pause in the adventure. So, I invite you to subscribe to our channel and embark on further expeditions into the depths of biblical lore. Share this video with your fellow adventurers, and let's unravel the mysteries together. Before we part ways, let's stir the pot of curiosity a little more. Drop a comment below and tell us which of these creatures you believe holds the greatest biblical secrets. Until our paths cross again, may your quest for knowledge be as thrilling as the stories of old. Farewell, fellow seekers.